Phil Heath, famously known as The Gift, is one of the greatest bodybuilders in modern history. With his incredible muscle fullness, symmetry, and conditioning, he dominated the bodybuilding world for years. However, behind the stage, lights and championships, lies a story of discipline, transformation, and relentless ambition. Before becoming a 7-time Mr. Olympia champion, Phil Heath lived a life very different from bodybuilding. His early years, athletic background, and introduction to the gym played a crucial role in shaping his success. His rivalries later pushed him to become one of the most complete physiques ever seen on stage. Early life and background. Phil Heath was born on December 18, 1979, in Seattle, Washington, United States. Unlike many bodybuilders who begin training at a young age, Phil's early life was centered around academics and sports, particularly basketball. Growing up, Phil was not initially focused on bodybuilding. Instead, he developed his athletic abilities through basketball, which helped him build discipline, coordination, and competitiveness. He attended high school in Seattle and later earned a basketball scholarship to the University of Denver. This opportunity allowed him to pursue higher education, while continuing to develop his athletic skills, college life, and basketball career. During his time at the University of Denver, Phil Heath played as a shooting guard on the college basketball team. His focus was on improving his performance on the court, not building massive muscles. Basketball helped him develop speed and agility, endurance, competitive minds. However, after completing his college basketball career, Phil faced an important decision about his future. He realized that professional basketball might not be his long-term path. This moment of uncertainty became a turning point in his life. Introduction to the gym. After college, Phil Heath began spending more time in the gym. Initially, his goal was simply to stay in shape and maintain his athletic physique. However, something unexpected happened. His body responded incredibly well to weight training. Within a short period, Phil began gaining muscle mass at a rapid rate. His muscles appeared full, round, and well-defined, qualities that are highly valued in bodybuilding. People around him began noticing his transformation and encouraging him to consider bodybuilding. Discovery of his potential. Phil Heath's natural genetics played a major role in his rapid progress. His muscle bellies were round and full, giving him a unique appearance that stood out even among experienced lifters. As he continued training, it became clear that he had the potential to compete at a high level. He began studying bodybuilding more seriously, learning proper training techniques, understanding nutrition, observing professional competition. This marked the beginning of his transition from a casual gym goer to a serious bodybuilder. Early gym life. Phil Heath's early gym life was focused on learning and improving. Unlike some athletes who rely only on heavy weights, Phil focused on perfect form, muscle contraction, balanced development. He trained consistently, often spending hours refining his physique. One of his key strengths was his ability to connect mentally with the muscles he was training. This mind-muscle connection helped him achieve exceptional muscle development. First competition. Phil Heath entered his first bodybuilding competitions in the early 2000s. Despite being new to the sport, he quickly made an impact. His physique stood out because of muscle fullness, symmetry, conditioning. Won several amateur competitions, which built his confidence and reputation. In 2005, he earned his IFBB Pro card, allowing him to compete at the professional level. This was a major milestone in his career. Rapid rise in bodybuilding. After turning professional, Phil Heath's rise was extremely fast. Within a few years, he became one of the top competitors in the world. His performances at major competitions caught the attention of fans and experts alike. Many believed that he had the potential to become Mr. Olympia. Beginning of rivalries. As Phil Heath climbed the ranks, he began facing some of the biggest names in bodybuilding. One of his earliest major rivals was Jay Cutler, a dominant Mr. Olympia champion at the time. Jay Cutler was known for his massive size and experience. When Phil first competed against him, he was still developing his physique. However, Phil's confidence and rapid improvement made him a serious challenger. Rivalry with Jay Cutler. The rivalry between Phil Heath and Jay Cutler became one of the most important in modern bodybuilding. Jay Cutler represented experience, size, established dominance. Phil Heath represented youth, aesthetic perfection, rapid progression. 2011, Phil Heath defeated Jay Cutler to win his first Mr. Olympia title. This victory marked the beginning of a new era. Rivalry with Kai Green. Another major rivalry in Phil Heath's career was with Kai Green. Kai Green was known for his artistic posing, unique personality, intense physique. Rivalry between Phil Heath and Kai Green was intense and highly competitive. Their battles on the Mr. Olympia stage became some of the most exciting moments in bodybuilding history. Fans were divided, with some supporting Phil's polished physique and others supporting Kai's artistic style. Rivalry with other competitors. Phil Heath also competed against other top athletes, including Shawn Rhoden, Dexter Jackson. Each competitor brought different strengths to the stage. Phil had to continuously improve to maintain his dominance mindset of a champion. What made Phil Heath special was not just his physique, but also his mindset. He believed in constant improvement, attention to detail, confidence in his ability. Approached bodybuilding as both a science and an art. Who motivated Phil Heath to join Mr. Olympia? Phil Heath did not originally start as a bodybuilder. After transitioning from basketball, he discovered his potential in weight training. However, it was the influence of top bodybuilding figures that pushed him toward competing at the highest level. One of the key influences was Jay Cutler. Jay was already a top competitor and later became Mr. Olympia. He recognized Phil's potential early and encouraged him to pursue bodybuilding seriously. Jay Cutler's guidance gave Phil confidence and direction. He showed him what it takes to succeed at the highest level, including discipline, consistency, strategic preparation. Phil also looked up to bodybuilding legends like Ronnie Coleman, whose dominance inspired him to aim for greatness. These influences helped Phil set a clear goal: become Mr. Olympia and dominate the sport. First Mr. Olympia appearance. Phil Heath made his Mr. Olympia debut in 2008. Even though he was relatively new to the professional stage, he impressed everyone by placing in the top rankings. His physique stood out due to round muscle bellies, balanced symmetry, sharp conditioning. In 2010, Phil finished second at Mr. Olympia, just behind Jay Cutler. This result proved that he was ready to become champion. First Mr. Olympia win 2011. In 2011, Phil Heath achieved his dream by winning his first Mr. Olympia title. He defeated Jay Cutler, who had been one of the most dominant champions in bodybuilding. This victory marked a major turning point in the sport. Phil Heath's physique represented a new standard: full, round, and perfectly balanced muscles combined with excellent conditioning. Seven-time Mr. Olympia champion. After his first victory, Phil Heath went on an incredible run, winning Mr. Olympia titles consecutively: 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. This made him a seven-time Mr. Olympia champion, placing him among the greatest bodybuilders in history. His dominance was not just about winning, it was about maintaining a consistently superior physique. Year after year, rivalry with Kai Green. Of the most famous rivalries in modern bodybuilding is between Phil Heath and Kai Green. Kai Green was a unique competitor known for artistic posing, intense personality, massive and detailed physique. The rivalry peaked between 2012 and 2014. The competition between them was extremely close, and fans were divided. Phil represented precision, structure, consistency. Psyche represented creativity, intensity, raw power. Theater on-stage confrontations and intense moments made bodybuilding more exciting and popular. Despite the pressure, Phil Heath maintained his dominance and won each time they faced off. At Mr. Olympia, rivalry with Shawn Rhoden. Major rivalry came from Shawn Rhoden. Shawn Rhoden had a very aesthetic physique with excellent symmetry and conditioning. In 2018, Phil Heath attempted to win his 8th Mr. Olympia title, but was defeated by Shawn Rhoden. This loss ended Phil's winning streak and marked one of the most significant moments in his career. Rivalry with Dexter Jackson. Phil Heath also competed against Dexter Jackson, one of the most consistent competitors in bodybuilding history. Dexter was known for conditioning, longevity, precision. Dexter was a strong competitor. Phil's overall muscle fullness and structure gave him an advantage. Training and preparation. Phil Heath's success was built on meticulous preparation. His training focused on high-intensity, perfect form muscle isolation, paid close attention to every detail, including nutrition, recovery, and posing. This level of precision allowed him to maintain his Dominance, the importance of consistency of the key. Reasons for Phil Heath's success was consistency. Winning one Mr. Olympia is difficult, but winning 7 in a row requires discipline, focus, long-term dedication. Phil was able to maintain his physique at an elite level for many years. The 2018 loss in 2018. Phil Heath faced one of the biggest challenges of his career. He lost the Mr. Olympia title to Shawn Rhoden. This loss showed that even the greatest champions can be defeated. However, it also highlighted the competitive nature of bodybuilding. Legacy of his wins. Phil Heath's achievements place him among the greatest bodybuilders of all time. His legacy includes 7 Mr. Olympia titles, one of the most complete physiques ever, a dominant era in bodybuilding. 2011, the first victory breaking the champion. Phil Heath's first Mr. Olympia win in 2011 marked the end of Jay Cutler's reign. Key highlights: outstanding muscle fullness, perfect symmetry, improved conditioning. Phil's physique appeared more aesthetic and balanced compared to Jay Cutler's massive but slightly less refined look. Rivalry impact. This victory symbolized the transition from one generation to another. Phil proved that he was not just a rising star, he was the new champion. 2012, establishing dominance in 2012. Phil Heath defended his title successfully. Key highlights: improved conditioning, better muscle separation, enhanced posing. Confidential's main rival was Kai Green, who brought a powerful and artistic physique. Rivalry impact. The Phil vs. Kai rivalry intensified. While Kai had dramatic presentation, Phil's structure and muscle quality gave him the edge. 2013, the rivalry peaks. 2013, Mr. Olympia was one of the most competitive events in modern bodybuilding. Key highlights: fuller muscles, sharp conditioning, strong stage presence. Kai Green pushed Phil to his limits, making the competition extremely close. Rivalry impact. This was the peak of their rivalry. Fans were divided, and debates about who deserved to win became widespread. Phil retained the title, proving his consistency under pressure. 2001, for confidence and control. 2014. Phil Heath had become a dominant champion. Key highlights: confidence on stage, balanced physique, consistent conditioning. Kai Green was again his biggest rival. Rivalry impact. The tension between Phil and Kai reached a dramatic level, including a famous on-stage confrontation. Despite the pressure, Phil maintained control and secured another victory. 2015, fifth consecutive win in 2015. Phil Heath continued his dominance. Key highlights: superior muscle fullness, improved posing, strong presentation. Kai Green did not compete this year, reducing direct rivalry pressure. Rivalry impact. Without Kai, Phil faced less intense competition, but he still delivered a championship-level physique. 2016, facing new challenges. 2016, new competitors began challenging Phil's dominance. Key highlights: consistent size and conditioning, strong stage experience. Competitors like Shawn Rhoden and Dexter Jackson posed serious challenges. Rivalry impact. This year marked the rise of new rivalries, showing that Phil had to evolve to stay on top. 2017, seventh title and historic achievement. In 2017, Phil Heath won his 7th Mr. Olympia title. Key highlights: experience and maturity, balanced physique, strong mental focus. Rivalry impact. Winning 7 titles placed him alongside legends like Arnold Schwarzenegger, solidifying his place in history. Deep rivalry analysis. Phil Heath vs. Kai Green. This rivalry is one of the most iconic in bodybuilding. Phil Heath: precision, symmetry, muscle fullness. Kai Green: creativity, intensity, unique posing. The rivalry brought excitement and global attention to bodybuilding. Phil Heath vs. Jay Cutler. This rivalry represented a generational shift. Jay Cutler: size and experience. Phil Heath: aesthetic perfection and modern physique. With Phil's victory over Jay marked the beginning of a new era. Phil Heath vs. Shawn Rhoden. This rivalry became significant later in Phil's career. Shawn Rhoden's victory in 2018 ended Phil's dominance. This moment showed that bodybuilding is always evolving. Legacy of Phil Heath. Phil Heath's legacy is defined by 7 Mr. Olympia titles, consistency and dominance. One of the most complete physiques ever. He set a new standard for muscle fullness and symmetry. Start where you are. One of the most important lessons from Phil Heath is that you don't need a perfect start. Phil didn't begin as a bodybuilder. He was a basketball player at the University of Denver. After his basketball career, he found himself searching for direction. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, he started going to the gym consistently. At first, his goal was simple: to stay fit. But over time, he discovered his potential. Lesson: you don't need perfect conditions to begin. You just need to start. Discover your potential through action. Heath didn't know he would become a bodybuilding legend. He discovered his potential by taking action. When he started training, his body responded quickly. His muscles grew fuller and more defined than most beginners, but this didn't happen because of luck alone. It happened because he showed up and worked hard. Lesson: you will never know your true potential unless you put in the work. The gym is where you discover what your body and mind are capable of. Consistency beats motivation. Heath's success wasn't built on occasional bursts of motivation. It was built on consistency. He trained regularly, followed structured routines, and stayed committed even when progress was slow. Many people rely on motivation to go to the gym, but motivation comes and goes. Phil relied on discipline. Lesson: train even when you don't feel like it. Stick to your plan. Show up every day. Consistency over time creates transformation. Focus on quality training. Heath is known for his incredible muscle detail and symmetry. This didn't come from lifting heavy weights blindly. It came from precision training. He focused on perfect form, controlled movements. Mind-muscle connection made sure every repetition had purpose. Lesson: don't just lift weights, train with intention. Quality training leads to better results than careless effort. The power of the mind-muscle connection. Owner Phil, Heath's greatest strengths is his ability to connect mentally with his muscles. When he trains, he focuses deeply on the muscle being worked. This helps maximize muscle activation and growth. Lesson: in the gym, your mind is just as important as your body. Slow down your movements, focus on the contraction, and feel the muscle working. Build confidence through progress. Phil Heath didn't become confident overnight. His confidence grew as he improved. Each workout, each competition, and each victory added to his belief in himself. Lesson: confidence is built through action. Lift a little heavier. Improve your form. Stay consistent. Every small win builds self-belief. Embrace competition and challenge. Phil Heath faced some of the toughest competitors in bodybuilding, including Kai Green and Jay Cutler. Instead of fearing competition, he used it as motivation. Lesson: challenges make you stronger. In the gym, your competition might be your past self, your previous limits. Use challenges as fuel for growth. Learn from losses. Though Phil Heath was dominant, he experienced setbacks, including losing the Mr. Olympia title in 2018 to Sean Roden. Instead of giving up, he reflected on his weaknesses. Lesson: failure is part of success. Learn from mistakes. Improve your weaknesses. Come back stronger. Attention to detail. What made Phil Heath exceptional was his attention to detail. He focused on nutrition, recovery, training technique. physique understood that small details create big differences. Lesson: success is built on details. Pay attention to everything, not just lifting weights. Long-term commitment. Phil Heath's 7 Mr. Olympia titles didn't happen overnight. They were the result of years of dedication. Lesson: fitness is a long-term journey. Be patient. Trust the process. Stay committed.